Hey guys, Darrell Addison at torpedopont.com. Darrell Addison at torpedopont.com. Isn't that a beautiful view? How about walking outside your door and realizing that everything around you is living? Everything around you is living and it's beautiful and it's bright. These are planters, they go in these planters, but everything is living. Isn't that amazing? You know? So I wanted to, but the only thing that's dying is the plant that's in the ground. Pay close attention to what's going on here. Anyhow, these are my onions. Guys, all right, listen. I am a fan of onions. I love onions. So if I'm going to grow them, I want to put like 100 of them in one spot. The problem with onions is this. When it grows, the growth cycle happens so fast. When it does, if you don't use it, they turn brown or whatever, or they get really, really big. I have my one of my clients' onions grew to maybe about 2 feet. And if you don't take care of them, they'll get tough, but they're still useful and they're still very, very delicious. But my point of saying all of that is to say that once your onions are gone, they're gone. There's no returning of the crop. You know what I mean? So unless you take that bulb, I guess you save it and store it, you know, once they go to head and you're getting the tops of these onions, then that's it. A lot of them, they don't grow as fast as they would normally, as if they were not touched at all. We use garlic chives. I love onions. I put them in there. I got these bags free of charge from my brother. And I had some from last year. And I just threw them in there. And you see I haven't cut these yet because of you guys. I want you to see something pretty and gorgeous. And this is nasturtium, which is edible, growing with my onions. And I think that's amazing. Nasturtium is going to turn into flowers. And I'll just let the onions just grow, 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 grow. Notice, I mean, count the amount of onions in these planters. It's not a small amount. I wish I could have made it more dense than that, you know, but I didn't. So anyhow, I just wanted to show you because we have the onions out and they look absolutely fantastic. It's beautiful. And so this is what you should be getting with your food right now. This is the type of display, the type of results that you should be receiving right now from your food. So that's what I want you to achieve. Torpedo Pot can grow your food, okay? It can grow your food. And these planters right here, I would say we do supplements on these plants. We use natural supplements on these. So we're professional growers, so we're trying to grow as many things as possible. Remember now, you can see all this great green and everything else. Most of it's because of the nitrogen that's already in the soil. So most supplemented things do not need to be supplemented with nitrogen at all, okay? So don't think you have to go in and create nitrogen. If the seed does not kick that plant off to start working on the fungus, and if you don't have that plant immediately taking off from the seed itself, then the environment is very, very toxic, or something may be wrong with the seeds themselves. With that being said, with the Torpedo Pot, the nitrogen is already in the matrix of the soil itself. It's just being released over a period of time so that plant can have access to it. So the thing we need for fruiting and flowering is mostly potassium. Okay? It's going to be phosphorus. Those flowering and those fruiting is what you're aiming for. You want that fruiting to take place for plants that fruit. So these peas will have their flowers on it, white flowers on it, and you'll see that they'll start fruiting. And I want to push fruiting in high dense environments like this, so I provide the potassium. The nitrogen we keep very, very low. But again, all of this is grinded plant materials that has a little algae and stuff in it to promote the biotic growth within the soil, okay? And that's what I want you to learn to do. Promote the biotic growth within the soil, okay? No synthetic fertilizers. Synthetic fertilizers disable the soil. The soil's no longer active in producing nutrients for your plants because your fertilizers are going in and fertilizers are going in and the fertilizers are opening the pores of the base of the plant. And when it opens the pores of the base of the plant, it pushes it as a carrier and those nutrients come in. So it's not like it's naturally getting its food. It's trying to help the plant to get the nutrition. It's like a medicine. It's like medicine. That's what it is. But in medicine, those carriers, some of those chemicals that are used to carry those nutrients can be very, very deadly. And it's hazardous to your health. I mean, we are linking obesity to fertilizers. And so there is a link that people are making. And so you want to be able to, the nitrogen is in the soil, okay? But when I beat these up once a week, I'll hit them with fertilizer, okay? And I do it all across the board with everything. So I don't have to work hard. But if you want, carry a little can. I use raw, R-A-W, NPK. He has a great formulation that I love for the plants. I highly recommend them based upon my results. But nevertheless, they're not my finished results. But I do highly recommend them. I love the results that they're providing. So raw NPK is what I use. I'll make some other suggestions also. I'm a chemist. I've been in the field for a very long time, over 30-something years. And so I have a master's degree from the School of Pharmacy also. So I highly recommend that if you want to bring your nutrition back, if you want to bring your health back, then you have to do it with good nutrition. And I want you to be able to get good nutrition. Do not kid yourself that taking a vitamin that is made from plants to eat is the right way to go about doing it. Yes, in some cases it is. We have severe supplements. But now that you can grow plants at the rate and at moderate cost, and you can get wonderful, exciting results. Look at this. You're gonna love this, guys. I put the Swiss chard in with the peas. So you'll see Swiss chard in these planters. I put the Swiss chard in because I plan on harvesting the peas pretty soon. When the peas are harvested, the Swiss chard will start to grow. That's how I want to set this planter up. This is so beautiful. I want you to see how beautiful this is. Man, look how buoyant it is too. Look at that. That is absolutely stunning. I love that. Oh, I love that. I love that. You're going to love it too. DarrowAddison, torpedopot.com.